Welcome to Ramelikah's miniature painting, and today I wanted to show you this skeleton from Reaper's Miniatures. So, you can get paints and brushes and models from Reaper's Miniatures, and I got this one from Reaper's Miniatures. So, I wanted to show you guys this skeleton, but also I have our other guy back too. Remember him from the last video we had? He has the sword. Okay, he has a sword too. So that is him, and I showed you guys that just a couple minutes ago, but this is my other one from Reaper's Miniatures. So he is a skeleton, and he is, looks like right now, shooting a bow and arrow. And so I was gonna make a video about him. So first of all, we're gonna go over how I painted him. So first of all, let's start on the bow. So for the bow, I used a brown. It is the Harvest Brown. I used on that. And then I used the black wash on that as well to make it look dirty in the creases. Then the next thing is, let's do the skeleton, the skull. So for the skull, I used the desert sand, and then I did a brown wash, and now he looks all dirty. So the main course of them being dirty, and throughout all of the miniatures that are made, I'm thinking the main point of most of the painters' point is to make them look like they are fighting, or they have been fighting recently. So this is that I have watched all these different people who paint miniatures to inspire me to paint them, and the more I paint the miniatures, the more I want other people to know how to paint the miniatures, just like the other people inspired me to do it. So each time I feel like I'm getting better and better as I go because of these inspirations by these other people that paint miniatures. So, okay, back to the colors. So I used that for that. I used a brown wash to make them look dirty. Like I said, it's the main course if they have been fighting recently. And then for the eyes, I like this model a lot. The only thing I wish I would have done more detailed was the eyes, but I like the model as well. I think it was really good. So, it has black eyes. I used my pure black paint from Reaper's Miniatures. So the next thing I did the teeth. Well, for the teeth, I used a paint called Candlelight Yellow, and it is like almost a gold. And then I added a little bit of brown to make them a little like dirty, because, you know, skeletons are also dirty, and he was just in a fight. So I made him a little dirty. And then throughout the body, you can see it's dirty. Now for the base I used a black, all I used was a black wash. Okay, I'm gonna give you a tip on them. I also experienced on this model. You might wanna prime your models before you paint them. A lot of models are meant to be primed before. Back to the goblin guy. Well, we remembered to prime him, so he was primed. Okay, so that's why he looks so much better. The more when you prime them, the better they are going to look. Okay, so you would probably want to prime them before, but still, if you forgot to prime, if you don't have primer, if it's too expensive, you don't feel like paying that much for, you don't want to pay that much for it, then that is totally fine. It will turn out perfectly fine. Just like this one turned out pretty good. And I didn't use primer on it. So you can use models without or with primer. It does not matter. So that's just a thing that you can use. Okay, so FYI, I don't have a spray painter. So I don't use spray painting for this. A lot of professional people, I'm not a professional either, but a lot of professional people have the paint blower things. I don't have one, so this is all hand painted. Another thing that I did on my other video is when you are mixing colors, use your worst brush. Don't use a good brush. Use a bad brush. Or use the back or the end of a brush. Any brush, doesn't have to be good or bad. Use the back of it. Not the brush part, but the back of it. That's also a good mixer as well you can use. And just wash it off after. Another thing that I did on my other video is when you have a detailed model. Both my models in my so far videos and most of my videos are detailed. So if they are detailed, you use as thin of a brush as possible. Okay? And you can get wet pads for painting too, and I'm gonna make a video about that pretty soon about supplies you need to have for painting miniatures. Okay, so that is all I have really today for that. Well, right now, not today. I'm probably going to post more videos. But that is all I have for right now. And I hope you guys like it. And I hope that I have inspired you to paint models as well. Or do a hobby you think would be fun for you. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.